Namaste and welcome to the Jothishi YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about doshas and what impact it has in our life, and also how we can negate or minimize the effect of these doshas in our life. Let's discuss about doshas in chart, right?
Yeah.
So going back to our previous topic where we spoke about positives in a chart.
Yes.
So a chart can also come with a badly placed planet, right? Or a
Yes.
combination of badly placed planets.
Yes.
And that is what represents a dosha, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what happens if planets are badly placed in a chart, or if there is a dosha in a chart?
Yes. So a few important ones we'll discuss. A few doshas. So one from the chart perspective, as soon as you start looking at a chart, Lagna has to be strong. Lagna Lord has to be strong. So these two things are reasonably pretty important from the chart perspective. The second important thing that we need to look at, we always hear about Pitru Dosh kind of a thing. So, what it clearly means is somebody in our father's ancestral lineage is not happy, and hence we need to sort of satisfy them. So this particular combination, obviously Pitra, father is talked about by sun,
Right.
and anything related to dosh is Rahu conjunct with sun, and or looking at aspecting sun very strongly kind of a thing. So that clearly indicates a very strong Pitru dosh. So a simple thing that can be done for Pitru doshas, rather than doing the formalities, you can do all the formalities like give pindadan and those kind of things. Apart from that, you can every day think about your ancestors, think about your father, think about your grandfather, 7 generations, and then offer gratitude from your heart, from the deepest of your heart. Offer gratitude to them. 90 to 95% of the problems in your life will go if you think and offer gratitude to your father and ancestors, because it is a very, very important aspect. So we have a direction of the sun, we have a direction of the moon. So we will talk about the moon's direction in the planet moon's video. As a direction of the sun is where you are looking at merging your soul with the Almighty kind of a thing, and direction of the moon is the direction of the Pitrus. So or the forefathers. So this is a typical dosha where a simple thing like offering gratitude and talking to them, pouring water in tulsi, thinking about your forefathers kind of a thing, or offering food to crow. So ka means soul, so it is offering food to crow kind of a thing. It's a fantastic thing to do to negate this kind of a problem. Yes, yes.
So now this is the first dosha,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So this is related to the father.
Yes.
Now, is there a dosha related to the mother as well, the
Yes.
moon and the mother?
Yes. So moon eclipsed by Saturn is called Vish dosha. So when it is sort of eclipsed by the moon, represents your mind, moon represents your emotions, your ability to think and all that. And when it's eclipsed by the Saturn, you are there is a tendency for you to things getting delayed. There is a tendency for a little bit of depression to be coming in your life and those kind of things. There is a tendency wherein you may feel that there is some constraining happening from all sides, kind of a thing. So if that is the case, the best thing to do there is chant Lalita Sahasranamam. Lalita represents the Divine Mother, and you chant Lalita Sahasranamam daily or listen to Lalita Sahasranamam daily. It completely clears your mind, and then with a focused meditation, it will bring more prosperity and peace in your life, kind of a thing. From a moon's perspective. So same sun and moon, they can be engulfed with Rahu Ketu. So sun constrained with Rahu, we talked about Pitru Dosh. Same thing will happen with Ketu as well. Similarly, moon also conjunct with Rahu and Ketu. It leads to frustration, it leads to irritation and those kind of things. So these are small doshas which sort of affect your life. Then there is another dosha where it is energy related dosha, too much of excessive energy,
Okay.
and then mental stress and those kind of angarak doshas,
Right.
sun and Mars
Okay.
combination, and if especially if they are in fiery signs,
Ah.
it leads to sort of hyperactiveness,
Right.
getting angry at people, talking to people. So for that particular dosha, the best thing to do is pray to Hanuman and then
Okay.
meditate.
Okay. Ketu is also known for spirituality, right?
Yes.
Like, what about having Ketu sun or Ketu moon? How does that make one person more spiritual by any
Yes.
chance?
So if you are moving into the spiritual direction, then it's a reasonably good combination because
Okay.
soul
Hmm.
and Ketu, sun is
Right.
soul and Ketu is spirituality. So completely you are thinking day in day out about spirituality kind of a thing. Especially in the Navamsha, it's a very good combination to have in
Okay.
terms of spiritual growth kind of a thing. Then there is another combination which is called Kemadruma Yoga. So Kemadruma Yoga talks about moon not getting support at all. So mind not getting support, and when that comes, you feel neglected. You feel you're alone in this world and those kind of things. So the best thing in that case, when the moon is sort of thing is, you connect with your mother more.
Okay.
You connect with mother-like people more, and then it will sort of strengthen the moon, and it's a good thing to do. Then there is also something called a Shankranti dosh. So as soon as the chart is seen, if you are looking at a Shankranti, if there is a Shankranti dosh, then it is important for you to do prayers with Surya kind of a thing. Shankranti is like any 0 and 1 degree movement of sun in the chart. It sort of relates to a Shankranti dosh, and it is important for you to please and then connect with the Surya to sort of negate this kind of a dosh. So Shankranti dosh, there are positive effects as well. So certain planets in 0 and 1 degree or 29 degrees are very good for people. There are high flying celebrities with this combination, but it is better to, for the initial 5-7 years of your life, if you're sort of getting it treated, it's a reasonably good thing to do from a Shankranti dosh perspective. Then another issue, another dosh that can commonly be found is it's called the Amavasya dosh. So Amavasya dosh, when there is an Amavasya kind of a combination in this particular chart, it is good to pray to Lord Shiva.
Okay.
So and Om Namah Shivaya, the simple Om Namah Shivaya mantra is very good. And then simple remedies. You need not do major pujas and exercise and all that. Simple remedies, praying to Lord Shiva is a fantastic thing to do.
So how do you identify an Amavasya dosh?
So when your tithi is Amavasya, when the birth tithi is Amavasya, so it's Amavasya dosh, and then you sort of connect with Lord Shiva and chant Om Namah Shivaya. It is a fantastic thing to do.
Okay.
It automatically gets, and these are all simple things which remain only for a few kind of a thing. If you do appropriate remedies from your end,
right,
rather than booking large homas and those kind of things, it is a reasonably good thing to do in life.
Okay.
And finally, something called Daridra Yoga. So anything to do with Mahalakshmi Ashtakam, Mahalakshmi Mantram, or Sri Suktam is a fantastic thing to do for this. So we would have seen various very wealthy, very rich people suddenly losing all their money and becoming sort of Daridra sort of thing. Right. So the Daridra Yoga is very strong in the chart. So anything to do with Lakshmi will, Mahalakshmi will sort of balance this particular dosh in the chart.
So how do you identify Daridra Yoga?
So Daridra Yoga, it's a specific combination wherein it is a wealth related combination, and then you can the effects of it can be felt in the life. So you will sort of start feeling it from a natural perspective. You can sort of feel that one deal is done, and after some time the deal is gone, and then the next deal also goes. So you can start feeling that the Daridra Yoga is getting activated from that point in time, from a physical perspective. From a chart perspective, it is a very simple thing, and then only issue is you need to do Lakshmi kind of a chanting, and it will sort of negate this effect.
So like Anand mentioned, there are a few doshas in our life that essentially can have a negative impact. But the remedies are pretty simple, right? Like for example, if you have a Daridra dosha, you chant the Mahalakshmi mantra, right? If you have something related to the sun, you either help your father, right, or listen to certain mantras related to the sun. Now, if you really want to identify what are these doshas that you have in your life or in your chart, you could log on to jyotishi.com and we could help you out. Thank you, and do subscribe to our channel below.